I'm Sarah Arciniega. I'm a fairly new maker for Close to My Heart. I was invited to join in on a collaboration with other makers using the new Make It From Your Heart idea book. Thank you, Erin and Melanie, for the invitation. This is totally new. In fact, I just saw a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt that said something to the effect of do something that scares you every day. And a new YouTube channel is a little scary, so thank you for your patience. But without further ado, let's talk about layout number 3, which is what we will be focusing on today. So the great thing about this book is that layout number 3 gives you all the cutting guides. It tells you where to place things. But every time you change the paper or the theme, you're going to get a totally different look. And so you can use this time and time again, which is great news for scrapbookers that have lots of pages to do. Today I'm going to use the Silver Bells collection, and I actually dug into this without knowing I was going to make a video, and so I only have scraps left, but I thought I'd show you the different papers. And so the first is this light gray. It has little swooshes of light strings. This is a darker gray, and it has pine cones and holly and all sorts of great holiday foliage. And then we have a toffee colored design that's very elegant, the ornaments that are nice and festive and fun. And then this other paper, I don't have anything left besides that little scrap. And so I thought I'd bring in a paper that I did at a launch, a layout that I did at a launch, and show you what it looks like. So eventually this will have some pictures on it, but that is the bell paper. And it has beautiful bells with the sentiments like deck the halls and season greetings. And then the last paper is this toffee colored strip. And it's a diagonal. I love a good diagonal stripe paper. Can't ever have too many of those in my opinion. And so that is the paper that you get in the paper pack, those 6 patterns that I just showed you. And so those are the papers that I will be using. And I went ahead and cut my squares and very quickly realized that I was going to need to do something to the squares because my white daisy in the background was just kind of camouflaging. And so I needed my Toffee ink, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to do something that doesn't take a lot of tools. I'm going to just take the paper and swipe it across the ink pad, and that will give you the distressing look of there's lots of different ways you can do it with different tools, but this is just the easiest, and for somebody that's beginning that doesn't have all the tools, this is a great way to do it. Even the darker paper, the toffee paper, I found that it looks better and it's more a wow factor if you ink distress the edges. So next, there are some papers that you cut triangles and to make the square. And I decided when I did that to treat it like a square rather than 2 triangles. And so I'm only going to do the outside of the square and not do the middle line where it would distinguish it as 2 separate triangles. And so that's what I did for that. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these off screen because you don't need to watch me do lots and lots of square ink distressing. So I have everything in place here and it's coming along nicely. At this point though, I decided that I want to do a double spread, and so this actually translates well into a double spread. What I decided to do was basically flip the image, and so what I did was put the big heavy all the way across at the bottom of the opposite page, and then just continued the little part up at the top. What that does is it gives the spread a nice diagonal, which helps lead your eye across the page. And so now I am ready to put my mats down for my photos. I decided to use Toffee cardstock, and if you don't know, Close to My Heart cardstock has 2 tones. There's the true color on one side and then a lighter version on the other. I am using the lighter just so it doesn't blend in with the other little squares of toffee behind it. I went ahead and ink distressed those off camera as well. And so that's where we are right now. And then after that, I'm going to show you that I got into the sticker sheet and cut the title out, The Best Time of the Year. It has some pretty gold foiling. And then here's the star of the show. This ornament, it is a thin cut that you can cut out with your die cut machine. And so I chose to make gold glitter ornaments and silver glitter ornaments. And I'm going to place them in the two different spots where there's the white space on my spread. What I'm pointing out now is that there's the toffee color and the mink color, and so the gold and the silver glitter work really well with this collection because of those two colors. And so that's where they're going to be placed. Over here I'm going to do a collection of 3 ornaments. I did mess around with taking that other picture off and kind of doing a whole ornament thing over there, but I decided against it and just left them there at the top. I felt like the balance was better with that there. And so we have a collection of the 3. I've backed the toffee or the gold ones by this point with toffee paper and then decided to do the silver ones. I did use mink. I tried charcoal as well and I liked the mink better. At this point, I am ready to do the lines for the ornaments, and my T-square ruler came in handy. It's really nice to line up the top and the bottom numbers and just know that you're getting a straight line with the Versamat there too. And that made it really easy to make the strings with just a journaling pin. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you a few more of these. And then we're going to move on to pictures. So I have my pictures on the page now. This is a Christmas from years past, and I actually have already scrapbooked this in our family album. But what I have decided to do recently is to make an album for each of my children where I highlight stories of just them and moments that I just have loved being their mom. And so this is one of those moments where I just got to see my daughter grow into a gift giver. And so I took the story of Christmas and expanded the whole gift giver idea. I did allude to it in our family journaling, but it was like in one sentence. Where here I really expanded it. And so I'm going to go ahead and read the journaling. And so you can see how I took that small moment and expanded it into a larger story. It says, "You have always been fun to watch as you open presents. You are so expressive, so the joy and surprise have always radiated from your face. 2016 was a transition year as Dad and I had you earn money to buy presents for your siblings. It was so rewarding to watch you discover the magic of gift giving. We had just seen the newest Disney movie, Moana, in the theater during Thanksgiving week. James was in his animal and wildcat stage, so the idea of shape shifting and turning into different animals like Maui was something James latched onto quickly. You bought him a Maui hook, and your anticipation was high as you watched and even helped James open his gift. I'm so glad Dad captured your spontaneous hug because the love was tangible in the room. You were super sweet with your other gift giving as well. My gift was a piano concert with all your new piano songs you were learning. I love that I got to witness this magic." So you can see in the pictures too how the left side is really pictures that capture her gift receiving, those expressive looks. And then the right side is where she's giving the gifts and finding the joy that comes from giving gifts. And so I am ready to go ahead and have a great debate in my head. I went ahead and printed these in black and white, but I also printed them in color. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do here. And so I feel like the black and white, they are really good with emotional stories. And so I think that's why I lean towards it, plus the colors. And so I wasn't sure. And so I wanted to put the colored ones on there and see what they look like. I do feel like the toffee and the charcoal and the mink are all neutral enough that the colors actually do work. Even though the colors are red and green and different colors like that of Christmas morning, but I'm not sure. So tell me what you think down in the comments. Do you like it with the black and white pictures or with the colored pictures? And so what I'm doing now is I'm gluing down the little greenery pieces. I did find that when I put the bows and the greenery on every ornament, it was just a lot. And so I opted to only do bows on some and then greenery. Just a little side note, if you are putting the greenery around the ornament, if you do just two, I felt like it looked like antlers. So I always did at least three outside of the ornament, just so you don't get the antler look coming out of the ornament. So here I'm doing some gold splatter. I'm using the gold shimmer brush and just giving it a little bit of sparkle, as most Christmas pages should have. And I did find that if you use your non-dominant hand to hold the shimmer brush and tap with your dominant hand, you get better coverage there. And so just a little bit of a tip there. And then we get the clear sparkles out, and we're gonna add 3 of those to the bottom left in a triangle of sorts, and then 3 of them to the top right in a triangle. And that completes this layout. That's going to be the finishing touch there. I love having this ready for my daughter's album and look forward to adding to this album of why I love being her mom. If you're interested, I did include some shopping links below, and I thought I would actually just show you the Silver Bells collection in its entirety from the catalog. This is the cover page of Silver Bells, and then on the next page we have the sticker sheet as well as the coordinating paper pack, and those I used, and then we have the coordinating cardstock. I used a lot of Toffee, and then we have the dots, and then this bottom is a SVG file, digital art set, and you can use it for Cricut or Silhouette, and you can make things larger or print out multiples of them. So it's a great way to extend the collection. This is the card making stamp. I do have this, and I've made many cards with it. And then there's a scrapbooking stamp as well, which they can be used interchangeably, but this is a great example of it on a layout. Love how they did the paper piecing up there. Then we have the scrapbook workshop. This is the only way that you can get these exclusive pattern paper, additional pattern paper right there that I'm pointing to, as well as punch out sheets. And it makes 3 pages come together very quickly. You can get the sticker sheet in the workshop, or you can get it with the paper pack. Here I bring in the sticker sheet to show you the gold and silver foiling that reflect in the light, and there's great title options. The best time of the year is the one I chose for my layout today, and then there's lots of other ones and word strips as well. And so that will be a great addition to embellish pages. Here's the star of my layout, that ornament. I love it. And the only way you can get it is in the card making workshop. And so if you get the card making workshop, you get everything to make a bunch of cards, but then you can use it on a scrapbook page too. And here's that collection. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day. Bye.